Yeah, his name is Jerry Stiller.
Yeah, Jerry.
Died about 3 years ago. Is Ben Stiller's dead?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a really good show. Well, he just jumped up. The kitty ran. Something to do with this is Sparklehorse. So everyone's talking about Mark Link. I don't know a lot about him, but it seems like he's probably pretty interesting. I always feel with music, personally, I think it comes from the same aspects of humor. It's almost like a joke, because it's almost funny that we attempt to sing, or we attempt music when we know it can only really be done in heaven. So David Bowie really didn't even really consider himself a musician. It was like a joke, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like a joke. He did consider himself a visual artist, but he would just sit with these people, or he would be hanging out like on a mattress or something like in a studio when he did the Mercury recordings, and he just kind of was fibbing around, and they came up with Space Oddity with this little instrument, and they just made it up right there. He did not, it wasn't something he was really trying to do that was that hard. These people, they work on these songs for a whole year. That wasn't like Bowie. He just could do it. But it wasn't something that I think that he was trying real hard to do. It came out of him. And he knew it could do that. Now, he started off trying to do children music. Bowie did. And they've got a good movie right now, a good documentary about him. The Moon Age Dream. But the Sparklehorse thing and Mark Link, I think it's so tragic and dark. I can see how Lynch talks about it and recommends it. I certainly have put on Sparklehorse, and it's a little eerie, and it has an auteur, kind of like a specific thing, not all musicians. I don't know if he was joking around. I think he was really working at it. So, like Bowie knew his songs, David Bowie knew his songs were huge all around the world, and I don't think I don't really know, but I think it just came out of him. Like the songs Let's Dance, I think it was immediate. He just started doing it immediately. He was that gifted at music. But like I said, with me and Kitty, it's better with me, and it just happens. There's no planning. There is some. Now I'm not going to lie to you. It doesn't all happen. I'll work on a riff for like a month, or I'll work on a riff for a week, off and on, or sometimes over years, and I'll find that riff again. Like the last one we did, I think it was Drag Sandwich, as a combination of Sun Chips, the Sun Chips song. But that little solo in it was a solo that I've been doing for a long time. So it just happened to fit right there. And so I found it right there. So I think you reach out and you grab it, and then you go with it right there. And I feel this way about music, though, always. And I will till the very end of everything. I don't know how high up we'll go with the music. Sometimes the producers and the people behind an album or something like that, they will get it there. So I think they did that with Bowie. I think with Bowie, I think they got him there, and they found, like, if you listen to Space Oddity on the Mercury recordings, it's not the same one that he recorded in the studio. So they found it, they said, yes, this is a song, and then they developed it, and then they made it great. But with Sparklehorse and stuff like that, I think that was him. I think it was Mark Link really working at it and kind of doing it himself. I think Lynch does the same thing. He does the same kind of thing. I think he's a great musician too. I put David Lynch right up there with the Pixies. He's way better than a lot of these other bands that are, you listen to them and you're just kind of like, okay, very pop culture kind of thing. But with Lynch, I think his music is just right there with the Pixies. It has been from Eraserhead. I think Kitty's doing the werewolf. Are you doing the werewolf, Kitty? This cat loves to eat. But what I mean is I think his music with Thought Gang and things like that, some of those songs are just really well developed. Just like his his movies, just like his movies are well developed. And I remember Inland Empire, I remember hearing a lot of kind of like a music or a sound. You can hear it in the movies. I think it, personally, what I feel personally, when it comes to acting, when it comes to movie making, when it comes to making a song or making an album, I think it's all music. You got to find the music in it to really make it work. I think it's all music. And I do think it comes from kind of the same thing when you laugh or when you have joy. It's from that same kind of aspect. I think it's more about what you hear than what you see. You sometimes are showing what you hear. You can even hear the light. I like that long stream of water right there. How it will bend. If you watch when he eats, when he drinks it, see how it kind of bends or it moves and takes different shape. That's great. Kitty is a very good actor. He is one of the best actors I've worked with. He's very... Linda's good too. But Kitty really... Watch him do the werewolf right here. Okay, Kitty, do it. There you go. There he goes. Did you see him? Hang on, what? He gets excited. He's a really emotional kitty. But anyway, that's what I was doing. I'm probably going to watch some Sparklehorse tonight. But it is tragic. I heard about the horrible thing. My goodness. Very, very tragic. Anyway, reason why is because when I was looking on YouTube, I saw something about David Lynch talking about Sparklehorse. And then I, of course, a while back, saw the Jordan Alliance Sparklehorse documentary. So Sparklehorse is something I'll probably need to kind of listen to and kind of accept. And then, you know, I always recommend like Thought Gang and all that stuff because it's important to have the auteur. Kitty YouTuber. Because if we don't have the auteur, then we just have these manufactured movies. I'm afraid I've got a lot of big names, you know, with Grace and everything that I'm working on, aka Werevlog. I hope I get to direct it because I do want to do some meditation and stay away from the stock formulas of putting stuff together. And I don't mind some of that because I know the public will want to watch it. There's always Hollywood classicism, even in the Lynch stuff. There's always a little bit of Hollywood classicism, even though you go surreal. But the idea behind Kitty, the idea behind some of this is, I know, I understand. Got to pay attention. The idea behind it is to try to keep the auteur there, and then the surreal, and have some of that there too. Which I may have to find some of that in the script. Anyway, are you okay, Kitty? Sometimes if you put a little too much of that in the script, then it gets a little too poetically inclined. Some of it's there though. There he goes. Now he likes it. Yes, he is. Yes, you go, baby, super. Yeah, you can see his tail. Look at his tail right there. Anyway, I don't know. I just saw something on YouTube about Sparklehorse. I'm just going to Look, it's something called This Is Sparklehorse. It's like a documentary or something. Okay, kitty. There we go. Have to refill that. It's just sometimes I stay away from some of the Sparklehorse stuff because I know it's just so tragic. You know, it's so sad. Sometimes I just don't like getting that way. That's when I got into Joy Division, I was that way too. I kind of listened to it for a little while and then kind of stayed away from it. You know, with small doses kind of thing.
All right, kitty. You ready?
Leaking the bear, kitty. Leaking the bear. What is it, kitty? What is it? Yes? Absolutely. So I am watching some Sparklehorse, and I'm watching Sparklehorse Lala the Music V Pro 1998, the song Saturday, I think. This is when he was still pretty healthy and standing. Really good. It kind of has same kind of thing maybe some of Wilco has and stuff, you know. It's kind of this certain feel and certain sound. He uses two different mics right here. He really set it up, so he really had this whole studio set up a certain way. Mark Linkius is his name. Might be something I might get into. I might start listening to more Sparklehorse. I've been big fans of Wilco, really like David Bowie, of course. Everything from like Joy Division. I love Thought Gang, David Lynch's band. I try to get into a little bit of Jordan the Lion stuff. It was called Candyland Riots. He has a very auteur sound, a very personal sound. I know, I'm last vlog. I really like this though. I like the Sparklehorse thing. It's pretty interesting. You know, the lights, kind of craziness. See, here we go. There we go. Yeah, no, he looks like he really had something going on. I think he was like an alternative musician. Other bands that I've explored, Guided by Voices, another thing, Brick Roll. I listened to some of his suggestions and looking at some of his posters. Willie Nelson's son is pretty cool too. It sounds like Sparklehorse might have something, a little magic. There might be a little sparkle to it. I'm a big Sun Kill Moon fan, so I like Sun Kill Moon a whole lot. I know that dishwasher's going. We've used the dishwasher for some of our songs. But anyway. Like that right there. This kind of thing. That's where this light is right there. It's also cool that he was into motorcycles and stuff. It seems like a whole adventure. The Sparklehorse thing might be pretty cool. This one's called it's off of News El Paradise, 26,000 views, so might be pretty cool.